The Valley Beyond pulls you into a synthetic body and places you in a tranquil park full of mysteries and art waiting to be discovered.
Set it to 3.
A huge thank you to Marmot Lab for the opportunity to explore this serene world. I'll start by breaking down what you can expect from the game mechanics, or you can skip ahead to my final thoughts and ratings. Join me on this beautiful, relaxing journey through the Valley.
Welcome to the Valley.
In the future, you can send your mind into a synthetic body to explore anywhere your heart desires. In this case, you chose the Valley, a peaceful park with hidden treasures throughout for you to explore and discover. The only guide is a disembodied voice that explains the basic mechanics or hints at how some art can come to life. Enjoy the beautiful Valley and immerse yourself in the calming environments this world has to offer. Your main objective after stepping into the Valley is to find pieces of art lying around and activate them through various actions. You'll know you're near a piece when you start to hear music in the distance. The closer you get, the louder the music becomes. When you position yourself close to the art, you may receive a bit of advice from your guide, hinting at what you need to do to activate the art and add it to your collection. To help with further navigation, a red beam of light will shine toward the sky from any art you haven't found. Look quickly though, because the light doesn't stay forever.
That was just the beginning. The park has much more to show you.
The Valley may be a relaxing experience, but it's not without its risks. Some areas will have prickly purple flowers.
Ow!
You're unable to swim in the water.
Ow!
Gravity is always lurking, ready to take you out.
Ooh!
And if you allow yourself to run out of stamina, you will keel over. To maintain your stamina, you'll need to interact with green orbs lying around. After interacting, you gain some stamina and will create a new spawn point if you happen to hurt yourself too badly. At the start, you can sprint, jump, and crouch. The deeper into the Valley you explore, you'll eventually find upgrades for your body, such as a larger stamina cache, or even wings that allow you to glide a short distance. With each addition to your body, more of the Valley will become accessible through these upgrades. You'll be unable to reach the end of the Valley without them, so they are just as important as finding the art. Tracking down masterpieces may be the main goal, but you can still find plenty of smaller art and collectibles. You can keep track of how many you've found in a collectible journal through your menu. However, it will only tell you how many you've found, not which ones. Among the collectibles are old pieces of art from previous iterations of the Valley, which are a little tougher to find because they aren't accompanied by the pretty black sheen of active art pieces.
I'm really impressed by your dedication.
On the surface, the Valley Beyond seems like a chill game, letting you leisurely explore and discover art. But hidden throughout the Valley in cassette form are messages. Reading them alludes to a story hidden within your adventure. It's not necessary to read these messages to finish your journey, but they're an intriguing part of the game worth exploring.
Luca, I found an open maintenance room past the bridge.
The environments and words within this game are clean and appropriate. There may be risks to your life in the form of pointy plants, or you may fall to your death, but it's not graphic and the sound effects are minimal. If the kids wanted to hang out and watch you explore the pretty Valley and listen to the soothing music of untamed art, I don't see any problem there. Now, I would love to hear any thoughts or questions you have about the game or my review. Please leave me a message in the comments below. While you do that, let's move on to my final thoughts and ratings. The Valley Beyond features some absolutely gorgeous environments. I loved the foliage of the forest and the beach's sound effects. The only places I didn't care for were either very sandy or cold, but that's more of a me problem than the game. It was still very well done. It was crazy how big the valley looked from a vantage point, yet it didn't feel like any time at all to run from one side to the other. The pretty trees and animals made excellent distractions for the journey. There was a small story in the backdrop of the entire game. It took me a few hours of exploring before I started finding the notes around the valley that told the story. It was interesting and raised a lot of questions about what the valley really was, and I began to wonder who I was. Sadly, by the end, I was left with many more questions than answers. and felt unfulfilled by the little story I'd found.
Marta, thanks for the clue, but there were no filters here when I arrived.
Navigating the valley was easy to understand. Some areas I could traverse, while others were designed to hold me back, forcing me to find another route. It's a game with minimal handholding and guidance, but not terribly complex to figure out. It felt like it was designed for me to take it slow and enjoy the journey. Forcing my way through difficult terrain never paid off, and there was always a simpler path. The voice was consistently there to remind me of this fact.
The valley always offers a simple path. Pushing through will only slow you.
She was so intent on telling me that rocks are slick that there were times I was very annoyed, especially when I was intentionally sliding down a rocky path.
Follow the grass, it holds the path. The rock will only slow you.
I finished the game after 7 hours of gameplay without discovering every collectible. I would probably spend another couple of hours exploring to track all of that down if I'd wanted. As far as replaying from the start, it wouldn't take nearly as long to find everything, but it might be a nice reprieve from the chaos of the real world, taking a few minutes to enjoy the journey throughout the valley and the relaxing gameplay. The Valley Beyond is a fun game that doesn't intend to cause any stress. The only times I was getting upset were my own fault. Pushing into situations I definitely was not supposed to. When played calmly and taking my time, it's perfect. A great game to wind down with and just absorb.
You got it. Fantastic.
With that, I'd like to get the numbers up here and place this game on a shelf. The visuals were great. I love the black chic of the character and art. And the environments are very well done. That is a 5. The story was intriguing but vague. Without a proper conclusion, I was left with too many questions. That's a 2. The gameplay was great. Worked how it was intended for the most part. Still a few kinks to work out. I'll give it a 3. A little replayability if I ever feel like revisiting a calm game. Giving it another 2. Decent amount of fun here, especially when I practice patience and not pushing the boundaries. Earning it a 4. Leaving the Valley Beyond with an average score of 3.2 out of 5. Earning it a spot on my top shelf. It's a great game to finish the busy day with, full of new discoveries and pretty places to explore. There were some minor issues while playing, but nothing game-breaking. And I have it on good authority that the developer is actively working to resolve any major issues that are found. If, after everything I've said about this game, you don't think it's quite what you want to play right now, don't worry, I'm here to help. Check out the playlists on your left to check out the many reviews I've made in the past. We can find exactly what you're looking for.